Well, Aaron, we made it to the end of the first season of It. Welcome to Derry. I think I had misspoke and said there were 10 episodes. Turns out there's 8 episodes, which actually is good because I didn't really want anything dragging after that last episode. But by the way, I'm John Moore and that's Aaron Brooks. Aaron, your initial thoughts on Winter Fire?
Yeah, this is a fire episode. Back to back, the 2 best episodes of the year. Or 2 of the best episodes of the year for Why We Love Horror, and definitely the 2 best episodes of the season for It. Welcome to Derry, Chapter 1, as it becomes known by the end low credit before the post credit scene, or if you want to call it that, or whatever. So, this was like a movie. They got a whole lot put in there, and they were able to make singe up so much while also opening up so much for what's moving forward, answering our questions about why they're going back in time. I think I was about to say that was our biggest why the hell are they doing this? And they kind of explained it through a exchange of dialogue where Pennywise, or whatever you want to call the creature, reveals to Lily, or no, it's not Lily, it's Marge. That it does not experience time linear. Does not. It experiences its entire life at every moment of its life. So it's allowed to travel back and forth along its own timeline, meaning that it could, it has the power to affect things that have already happened by going to the past and changing them, which means that every season has stakes now. Yeah, no, it was pretty smart, and it adds up, makes a lot of sense. It even has it even contextualizes it being killed in Chapter 2, and how that's not so good of a thing, and how it being killed is how it's born. And it's just like a insane, existential, metaphysical, supernatural, psychedelic mind fuck that they can really play with and grow, and just quells a lot of my concerns early in this process with this show about why they were doing what they're doing, and if they really cared to expand it, or if it was just expanding kind of like lore for an IP. And
they've injected the plot of the Terminator into it. So that's interesting. I'm definitely oh, okay, yeah. It's good because now it's it's going to be harder and harder as you go further and further back in time for I don't want to say more primitive people, but people with less access to technology and stuff like that to fend off this basically immortal creature.
Yeah, no, I'll be really interested to see how they handle all of that, and get us to continue to care. So I do think, I think maybe in season 2 and beyond, they'll jump forward and backwards a little bit. I think they kind of will have to, but I'm not sure how much. It'll be interesting. I really don't know where we're going from here. I think this was one of the better season finales that I can remember, with how well it wraps up things for the characters at hand here. And my prediction about Marge was correct, which maybe a lot of people had, but I get confirmed.
But Lily survived.
Lily did survive.
Yes.
So,
and then I think the one thing that I'm taking away from it too is Pennywise, it does so much damage to the town, crazy amounts of damage, but no one seems to remember the damage, which is crazy, which is a crazy thing too. But it makes sense. I love that, for all the critiques we had getting to this point, they really did a good job wrapping up what would have been plot holes in other circumstances.
Mm-hmm. I think it makes a lot of sense by the end of it all, and it's pretty commendable how well they're able to pull this off. Andy Muschietti directed this episode, so the last 2 episodes I think is up there with anything from the It movies, maybe superior.
I think there was a ton of just really good action in this episode, for lack of a better word. It's just great action. The whole scene where Leroy is like opening fire on Pennywise and like consistently like blowing his head off like it's Resident Evil, like over and over and over, like Resident Evil 4 over and over and over again. I was like, damn, let's go. And we got a ton of stuff. And there's a lot of like, and we obviously would lose the general. He thought he and Pennywise were going to be boys. He was wrong.
He's like, I'm going to save you from Dick. Don't worry.
Yeah, Daniel catches a stray, and a few other random like no names, but like all the other major characters that we love survive. The Grogans and the Hanlons all make it out alive. Dick Halloran mentions he's going to take a job at a hotel. I wonder where that is. Hope he does okay.
Yeah, they really make that. That's hard to. I just can't imagine what that could be.
Hope it ends okay for him. There's lots of Easter eggs too that you would enjoy. Did we leave anything out here?
I mean, we left out plenty. Like Richie has a moment here in this episode, which is nice.
Oh yeah, he comes back as like a spirit warrior and helps them. The dagger that. And did you get like Lord of the Rings vibes off that dagger? Bit. Like it was like very like like Frodo in the Ring with Lily and the dagger.
Very much.
There's a moment.
Pennywise the finger. Then they're at the funeral for Richie, and honestly, that moment is pretty awesome with Dick and Richie's parents, where he's like your hand on the shoulder you're feeling right now, that will always be there. Very Stephen King, like very Life of Chuck, and everything like that. But it was just like a really great moment, and just overall, I felt like the music in this episode was very Spielbergian, and like I don't usually like Spielberg, and here I really really liked it. I thought it was, nearly getting me emotional, which like. I didn't get emotional at any other point in the season, even with the Richie death, just because we were so ready for it and everything. But honestly, in this episode, at that point with the parents and everything like that, that was a really great moment. And I thought that the part at the end where they're showing Betty's mom, and everything like that, killing herself in the hospital, and Mrs. Kirshner, that actress, I think, died pretty soon after filming that whole scene as well. So like, it's always kind of interesting to see a actress putting in their final performance when they kind of know it, a la Tony Todd and Bloodline. So that's her moment there. And it's just like, I just really have to commend like Muschietti and like the showrunners of this show. They put a lot of respect into this and a lot of love. And I just have a hard time seeing how they screw it up with a couple more seasons they're deciding to do. I think they have a plan here, and I'm not exactly sure what it is.
I think we were skeptical, but they pulled it off. Like they did it. Like we should have had maybe a little more. I think we had faith. We probably should have had total faith.
It was pretty slow.
They killed.
I'll stand by it. It was a slow start. The first 4 episodes are a slog to get through. Maybe on a rewatch now, knowing where it goes, it'd be a little better, but I don't think it'd be much better. I think it fell victim to modern TV-itis, where it kind of was spinning its wheels for a minute before it went fully off the rails for whatever reason, whether it was a strike or whatever it was. But I hate to say it, but once Pennywise showed up, that the show was off the races.
Yeah, all downhill. It was great. All right, let's rate it. I have a feeling I know where we're going, but let's do it anyway. Yeah, I mean, like Sticks the Landing doesn't even begin to like talk about it. Like this is a 5 episode, 5 videotapes. I'm extremely happy with what we got.
Yeah, I agree. 5 videotapes for me as well. The season overall, I'd give probably a 4. To be honest with you, because the first couple episodes we were giving 3s. I think I gave it 2.5 maybe at one point. It was looking a little ominous. I was starting to see the deadlights for sure. But then we turned that corner, and I can't be like, this was a 4.5, 5 season, but like maybe if I rewatched it, it would be. But it's really solid. Why We Love Horror TV has had a good track record so far. If we're covering a show, it's at least decent and worth watching so far.
Yeah, I would agree. So let's keep it up.
Yeah.
But if you made this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, share. Go to the Facebook group at Why We Love Horror. We'd love to see you there. We'd love to see you at the Letterboxd challenge right here. Join us there. Make a list. Watch movies lists going into the new year. Until next time, I'm John Maher. That's Aaron Brooks. This has been Why We Love Horror TV. Here comes that schedule.